same time, you have to show up every day, genuinely passionate about what you do, but just with that little bit of distance. I think that's sort of the art of it. Yeah, so one of the things that we do that I guess most companies and most startups do is you set monthly targets, especially around growth. Startups are all about growth. You want to be growing every month. You have a plan. You're like, we're going to raise money and then we're going to grow this much each month and then we're going to be able to raise more money and it's all going to be wonderful. We hit a point where we'd been setting these targets and for a few months in a row, we were just not hitting them. And we realized that we were going to need to, I guess, kind of retool a little bit and start again on a few of the things that we were doing to get them to work the way we wanted to. But I think that feeling of, because we're very transparent internally, that feeling of standing in front of your whole team and being like, yep, we missed our target again, right? It hurts your pride. You get the feeling that's going to hurt your credibility with the team. And it's just this feeling, of course, of, you've called your shot and you have not hit it. And that's just kind of, it's not a nice feeling. Yeah, so, one of the philosophies I try to take with varying success, and this is maybe very slightly contrarian compared to what you might hear from other founders, but I call it caring a lot, but not too much, right? I think a lot of founders, what happens, obviously, right, you have to care a lot about your startup. If you didn't care a lot, then there are many other career options that are less stressful and probably more lucrative on average. But I also think that you have to see a startup as a type of intellectual challenge, a test of your skill, rather than as something that you completely wrap your identity in, right? Because I think what happens is you're playing this very complicated game and you don't really know, what the rules are going to be and what surprises are going to hit you. And you need to think, okay, what's my next move? And what's my next move? And what's my next move after that? And not constantly be like getting wrapped up your own axle about like, am I failing? Is this terrible? I'm embarrassed, I'm stressed. You need to be thinking, what's my next move? What have I learned? What's my next move? What have I learned? What's the next move? And so, like I said, I believe in this strongly. I try to live it. I don't always succeed at living it. But that's what I try to do with this. It's like, okay, we failed to hit our target again this month. What are we going to do about it? What have we learned? And what are we going to do next? The great thing is we've started hitting our targets again. I think we did it without completely tearing ourselves apart because we saw it as this intellectual puzzle that we needed to solve rather than an existential crisis where we all had to run around like headless chickens.